iOS 26.4 comes with a heaping helping of new features, including 8 new emoji. So Apple released the iOS 26.4 release candidate, indicating that this thing will be here very soon to the public. Here's what you can expect in 26.4. Have you found it that when you type really fast on your iOS keyboard, the accuracy of what you type has actually regressed in recent versions of iOS? Well, you're not alone, apparently. I noticed this, but it never really dawned on me that that was what was happening. I just thought I was becoming a terrible typist. But apparently, it's actually a bug that Apple has fixed in iOS 26.4. And as you saw, I just typed that really quickly, and it all came out pretty good. Now, the brunt of all the new features has to do with Apple Music, and you get this new splash screen describing some of the new features there, but let's start with the Playlist Playground, because this is sort of the headlining feature because it incorporates AI and generative playlists, and you can see here you can add your songs directly to this new playlist. But really the cool thing is that you can start with an idea, or you can use prompts to create your playlist. You can just type right here in this prompt. At the top, you get different playlist idea suggestions. So you have songs to focus and study to, morning coffee music. So you can just tap one of those and it will use that to generate your playlist just like this. So you get this nice little animation. It's matching the songs, and in a second, it's going to populate the entire playlist. And you can of course curate that playlist after it makes it. So here you go, instrumental focus, songs to study to, and you can use the drag handles to rearrange the order of that playlist. Of course, you can go in and customize even further, so you can add more songs or refresh it, or you can just put in a text prompt like that to further customize this playlist. So that is what it's doing right now. And in a second, you're going to get a reply, and it's going to tell you exactly what it did and how it altered that playlist a little bit to meet your requirements. So here you can see it says lo-fi tracks, perfect for studying, we're at it. So again, it works just like any other playlist in that you can remove songs, you can rearrange songs. So I can just swipe to delete like this if I want to get rid of that. And another really nice feature to come is concerts in Apple Music. So now you can actually tap on the upcoming concerts button. Previously, you couldn't tap on that, but this will take you directly to all the upcoming concerts, just like that. But you can also just scroll down on the main page like this. So you see all upcoming concerts, you can just tap on that, brings you to that same exact page, and then you can drill down even further to a specific concert venue and location and date. So you can see them all there, and then you can get tickets, you can add to your calendar, or you can open it in Maps. Now this is one of the coolest new features in 26.4, and it really does make a lot of sense. So have you ever been in a situation where you want to know what a song is, but maybe you didn't have good internet? Well, now you don't have to worry about that anymore, because I'm in, as you can see, airplane mode. And when I'm trying to recognize the song, it says music recognition is offline. We'll look for the song when you're back online. That is really nice to have. It makes a lot of sense. So once we come back online, it's able to tell you what that song is, even though you were offline at the time it was being recognized. Really cool new addition. And of course, 26.4 brings you full bleed album artwork and playlist artwork. You can see here Taylor Swift's Red album. You can see the brown from the color of the album bleed all the way down through the entire track list. And you can also add items to multiple playlists simultaneously. So this is a new button here in the bottom right hand corner that allows you to do just that. So you tap that, now you get the radio buttons. You just select which playlist you want to add them to, and you can add to multiple at the same time. Now generally the .4 release means new emoji, and that is no exception this time around. So you get 8 new emoji characters. Let's go ahead and cycle through each one and tell you what each one is. So the first one is going to be that cartoon-like fight cloud emoji, which is really awesome. Then you have the distorted face, my personal favorite. And then you have the ballerina with the various different skin tones. And then you have the hairy creature, followed by the landslide, the orca whale, the treasure chest, and the trombone. Which one's your favorite? Now notice this little bright effect in Control Center when I press on the record screen button, just like that. You see how bright that is? Now if you go to settings, accessibility, and display and text size, you scroll down, you'll see reduce bright effects. So that's going to directly affect bright effects on things like buttons and the keyboard. So now, as you can see, that bright effect is gone. And now you also have updates to reduce motion, particularly with specular highlights around the UI. So if you go to settings, accessibility, and under motion, you'll see reduce motion. That affects a whole lot of other things as well, but now it also affects the specular highlights around things like buttons and icons. So now when accessing the subtitles panel, you're actually going to be able to change some of the subtitle settings or the styles just like this. You just tap style, you have your classic, large, outline, transparent, and then you could also have a quick shortcut to manage those styles as well. So it's nice, going to save you a little bit of time when managing shortcuts. And you can now offload wallpapers. So for instance, if there's a wallpaper group that you don't really use, say emoji, you can actually remove that. But in this case, I can't because I have one of the emoji wallpaper already configured, so I'd have to remove that before I'm able to offload that set. But here, let me show you with astronomy. So I went ahead and downloaded it there. And now I can go and offload that because I don't have any astronomy wallpapers configured, and I can remove it just like that. And there's a new urgent smart list in reminders. So of course the urgent feature came a few releases ago, but now you actually have a little smart list whenever you have an urgent item in your reminders. And the nice thing about urgent items is that they will alert you with full screen alarms and an actual alarm kit, thanks to Apple's Alarm Kit API. But now you can see that smart list for urgent increased by 1 because I just added one. Now, Apple also updates the Freeform app icon to match the rest of the Creator Studio style. And of course, Creator Studio is that subscription service that Apple launched with all sorts of different things, Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, etc. Here in Freeform, you have the ability to use generative AI to generate images, along with other helpful additions. Now, Apple will let you preview this, but as you can see, all those watermarks, and if you want to remove the watermarks, guess what you got to do? Yes, you have to subscribe to Creator Studio. But the nice thing is Apple gives you 3 months free initially, so you can go ahead and subscribe to that. But I personally think Creator Studio is worth it given all that you're getting with the subscription. Now 26.4 also has this new feature for iCloud users, particularly those that enjoy using iCloud.com. And now you can actually use your trusted Apple devices to provide search results directly on iCloud.com. Check out our other video, we walk through this, it's pretty cool. And 26.4 will let you migrate data, either importing or exporting to or from Safari. So if you have Safari data saved on your device and you want to export it to something like Chrome, you'll be able to do that as soon as Google updates the Chrome app to allow this new feature. But right now, no compatible web browsers to be found on my device. And there's a new ambient music widget. So of course, we already had the ambient music feature within Control Center. You could access it there, but now you're no longer relegated to Control Center in order to access your ambient music playlists. And why is that? Well, it's because now Apple has added 2 new widgets to iOS 26.4 for accessing your ambient playlist. So we're going to go ahead and add them right now and just go to ambient music. And you can see this small one, you can see this medium one. Let's add the medium one because that gives you 4 different tap to play shortcuts that allow you to play back your ambient music immediately. So you can go in here and configure this, of course. So if you want to tap on these, you can customize it with one of Apple's suggested playlists or add your own playlist if you want to do that. And now again, just one simple tap and it starts the playback immediately. Really nice feature to have now. And Shortcuts now has the limit charge action. So if you go into Shortcuts and you can select this action for set charge limit to, and then you can choose between 80% to 100%. So nice to be able to incorporate that in one of your shortcuts. And Apple has updated the App Store and the Games app to relocate the search bar. So now you'll notice in the App Store, the search bar is at the top, and the same thing goes for the Games app. The search bar is at the top. I don't know the exact reason for the change, but it's there. And you also have stolen device protection enabled by default. And basically this makes it so that someone who knows your password and steals your device can't immediately change it, especially if they're away from a familiar location, or you can enforce always. And the new enhanced video experience in the podcast app will let you seamlessly switch between video and audio. And there's other things like the Accessory notifications framework, which allows companion apps to request notification forwarding and receive notification content from the system through an extension model. Now, this is only available for developers testing right now in 26.4, and it will be officially available to customers in the EU in a future iOS 26 release. And with 26.4, third-party headphone makers can provide information to the system to support automatic audio switching. And like the accessory notifications framework, this is in testing right now and will be available to only EU customers in a future iOS 26 or iPadOS 26 release. So ladies and gents, that has been a look at iOS 26.4 release candidate. Let us know down below what your favorite new feature is. This is Chef Benjamin with 9to5Mac.